Wow, so in the final session, the final leg, this is my turn. I feel a little bit nervous because everyone today has been so brilliant and had so much to share. So I want to start with Kerry, who's also on this lovely banner. So Kerry was in debt and was struggling. She didn't know how to get out of debt. And luckily for her, she went to WHG in Warsaw, a housing association, an online centre who helped her to develop her basic digital skills, but also helped her to navigate the world of financial support and financial apps. I love the quote from Kerry because she said, "Whoever thought that an app could help me to get out of debt?" You know, normally, actually, these sorts of things, people start talking about, well, let's design an app and then let's find the problem. Luckily for Kerry, and through the online centre, Kerry found the app to help her to get out of debt. And I wanted to start with Kerry because we've talked a lot about how we do it today, and a lot of real passion about the impact that you're all having on people's lives. But actually, I think it's good for us to focus down on that one person. Well, I want to focus on one person because, as you know, at Good Things Foundation, our vision is a world where everyone benefits from digital. And I'm absolutely thrilled to let you know today that since 2010, we all have helped over 3 million people to have better lives through digital. So it's probably bigger than that. Yes! Woo! Thank you for that. I remember I gave a speech in the States once, and I mentioned that we'd helped 2 million people, and someone in the audience went, "You go, girl!" Yeah.
You go, girl!
One of my highlights of my career, now a second highlight of my career. So when I listened to the presentations in that last session from the online centre partners, I was reminded of, I think it was 2 years ago, was it, when I showed the trailer from the I, Daniel Blake video. Who was here then? Yeah, okay. So you know what I'm talking about. I choked up. I had a tear in my eye because I knew that people like I, Daniel Blake is not just a fictional person on a screen, it's the people that you help every day in your life. And so I just want to say, I'm so proud to work with all of you and for everybody in the Online Centre network. So thank you so much. Let's do another you girl, no, whatever. People all over the world ask me, what is it that we do? And I talk about supporting this wonderful network of online centres, of community organisations. I say it's all independent from Good Things Foundation. And they go, "Oh, so you mean they're like computer centres in the high street?" And I go, no, they're not that at all. And so I coined this phrase, a big club with a shared vision. And I don't tire of it. I just wanted to make sure that I said it to all of you again, because that's what I feel. That's what I feel we do together, is it's not a network, it's a club, because we're all in it together, and we have a shared vision that people can have better lives through digital, and that we can work hard every day to make that happen. And it's not just in the UK. Last year, Jess was here from Australia. Shireen is here, who's from our Sydney team. So we now have more than 2,700 network partners in Australia, and of course we have our pilot in Kenya too. So this project we've been working on has now proven itself in a new country. So that's 2,700, I think it's 2,788 or something like that, organisations, and 75% of those organisations had never done any digital inclusion before. That's the power of the movement that we've created together, that we could take that to another country, we could share that passion and that idea, and we could inspire more than 2,700 organisations to want to be part of it. In your packs, I think you have our 2019 Digital Nation. So the other thing I get asked all the time is, so why would we bother? You know, what are the numbers? And so this is why we've now done this for 5 years. So this is our 5th year, this is our 5th Digital Nation. And it brings together all of those key facts and stats about the people. So 25% of people who are limited users of the internet are living with a health condition. For example, 58% of people who have never used the internet are worried about privacy and security of being online. And I love our bridges across our digital divide because they are our stats, the Good Things Foundation family stats. People progressing towards learning, employment, using government services, but 32% of people who go through our program start volunteering. I mean, how amazing is that? When you dig a bit deeper, actually, most of them aren't helping other people using technology. They're just now feeling connected to their community and want to volunteer. So it's local plus digital at scale. And of course, it wouldn't be the Digital Evolution Conference and Good Things Foundation without us using the word ambition. So of course, we want it to be very digital, very local, and much bigger scale. And of course, we couldn't do it without our partners. And these are some of our global partners. We heard from Google today. We heard from BT. We had the great session around the work that we're doing with NHS. Lloyds Banking Group couldn't be with us because they're another venue over the other side of London launching their Small Business and Charity Index. Working with the Future of Work with Accenture. You've heard from Jason from Leeds. And the Community Fund funding our great project, Reboot, working with homeless people and people with mental health issues. One thing I was thinking earlier when I thought I can't possibly inspire you in the way that the online centres who have spoken today could inspire you, as I thought, oh, now I get it. I get what we do. So we're the glue, aren't we? So we work with these people so we can bring all of their support and their money, dare I say it, to help us do what we do as a network. But one thing that we're really clear with our partners, our funding partners, is that they can only join our club if they share our vision. Yeah? We don't just want their money. We want them to be on this journey with us. And I think that we've really got those funders there with us now. So, what do we do for you? Learn My Way is amazing. Woo! I think that might be biased, but anyway. But it's great hearing some of the online centres today talking about how you use Learn My Way. You use it for people with English as a second language, people with the low literacy levels, about how Paul in Saltburn is putting digital health literacy on the journey of digital literacy through using Learn My Way. I'm kind of promoting Learn My Way to you because it is awesome. We've invested a lot of money, but a lot of co-design with you and with your users to make sure it's as awesome as possible. And I want to just make sure that you understand that we're going to continue to invest in that platform so it's even better for you in 12 months' time when we're back here. And of course, Learn My Way isn't just there, is it? It's not just an online thing. It's a blended thing. It's blended learning. It's about the support that you provide for people in your communities, that blend of digital and the community support that you provide. And we have to have evidence. So I'm so proud of our research and evaluation team and our design team that just do all this magic with data and interviews and surveys and working with you and bringing you together in workshops and longitudinal with individuals. It's just so, makes my life so much easier to have that evidence. And so what do we do for you? So we do lots of things with you, I hope. I hope that's how you feel. The Reimagine Challenge, we brought some centres together with some policy makers who might have been making a wrong solution, but luckily online centres told them what they thought. Co-designing of Learn My Way courses, the Network Ambassador programme, and other things for the network. Share and Learn events, Birmingham. Who went to the Birmingham event? I'm sure you did. Brilliant. And Bristol just recently. And London in January. So looking forward to that. Obviously, the conference and today we're able to offer bursaries for people to come who wouldn't have been able to afford to come anyway. I'm going to talk about the general election in a minute. Obviously, we do so much training and capacity building, and again, we really want to do more of that too. And in the last year, we've given out more than £3 million of grants across 18 different opportunities. So hopefully that has gone some way to helping you with your work. But now I want to ask you what else we can do for you. So it is a Slido moment. So this is a word cloud again. So if you weren't here earlier, you need to get out your phone, you need to go to slido.com and then put in the code DIGIEVIL19 and say, what more could we do for you? If I've forgotten something, like I realised I forgot Get Online Week, which is another one of my highlights. I loved being down in Southwark with John at this Get Online Week. So what more can we do for you? Ideas. And I'm genuinely asking because if there's something really big on this slide, I'm going to say to the team, we can't really ignore it, can we? Nothing? Oh, here we go. Resources, video, marketing. Way studies, case studies, I think that says. Learn my way case studies.
Sorry, it was marketing resources, learn my way case studies.
Okay, brilliant, thank you. Resources, lots of resources. What sort of resources do you want? Shout out if you've written resources. What do you want? What sort of resources?
Lots of terms.
Like computer terms?
Yes.
Like techie?
We were talking about it this morning. So say a learner clicks on the word. On Learn My Way, maybe the word desktop. There is an explanation of actually what a desktop is.
Brilliant.
Real life terms, an analogy of a desktop.
Brilliant. We'll definitely put that in. You can see nodding, they've written it down. Any other resources?
Resources for adults with literacy issues, who are first English speakers.
Yeah, brilliant. That would be great. You're not allowed to say anything.
You said chips. One of them said
Chips. Well, you know, we all want chips, don't we? Okay, brilliant.
Innovation Fund, when we did the co-production talk this morning, there
Yeah.
were some people who had some fantastic ideas, and we were hearing about, make these free. It's not always possible to get it free. I thought we all appreciate the great work that, you do get the big grants now. But it'd be great to have a little fund so small projects can apply for that for, a couple of tablets or something, just to get something off the ground.
Great, an innovation fund. I think that's Gabby's, yeah? Yeah, okay, Gabby's written that down. Okay. Thank you so much, and we will keep asking you, and when we do our network surveys, do fill them in, because that's what we do with it. We take it back and we look at it and we listen to it and we analyse it. Okay, so next up, I've got a video for you. So on our agenda originally, we had a speech from Majid, who is a Green MEP. He was elected in May. I think we asked him to speak at the conference in August, and I think he thought by now he wouldn't have a job. So Majid is a fantastic guy. He, a friend of mine, started as the student union sports officer at Hull Uni. He then became a Green Party councillor in Sheffield and then he was the Lord Mayor of the City of London and was catapulted onto the global stage through his use of technology, and then was elected as a Green MEP. So he's not here because he's in Strasbourg voting. He sent a video about digital and democracy we just wanted to show you now.
Politics is about changing people's lives. If politics doesn't go to people, go to where they are, then it is arrogant and disconnected. And at some point it becomes dangerous to have an elite who are arrogant, disconnected, but still have power. I say all of this to tell you that where people are often communicated in their digital spaces. They have an online existence, and those of us who want to change things for the better have to get better at doing politics in a way that's engaging, digital, without traditional boundaries. That's why when I meet young people who tell me they don't engage in politics or they don't do politics, I ask them if they have Twitter or Instagram or if they use online. When they say yes, I ask them what they communicate between cat videos and GIFs. And then we come to the realization that not only do they have beliefs, but they have the means to communicate it. And it makes this generation capable of being a special generation, able to do politics from their mobiles and change the world with simply a click. But that's not enough. Digital has to serve the real world. If we just click that we don't like climate change, but that's not enough. Digital has to serve the real world. If we just click that we don't like climate change, that's not good enough. But when we use digital to organise and infuse the climate strike and fight against austerity, well then everything becomes possible. In a way, I was created by a digital world where the things I say and do can go viral. Whereas if I was existed, say 40 years ago, maybe I wouldn't have had any success, as editors and newspapers might have simply ignored me. And now through digital means, everyone can have a voice and a platform. And even if we aren't given one, well, we have the means through digital spaces to create one.
Should we give them a clap? So Majid is an awesome human being and a pretty decent politician. And as I said, he's in Strasbourg, so he's not here experiencing what we're experiencing. And so, of course, what we're experiencing is we're in the middle of a general election. So we have a choice, don't we? We have, for the many, not the few, we can get Brexit down, we can revoke Article 50. Of course, the wonderful Caroline Lucas is saying this is the climate election. And then, of course, we have the Brexit Party, we have the call for a second referendum in Scotland. There are so many issues that this election is raising, important and urgent issues. As you'll know, a year ago, I think at the last conference, we launched our blueprint for 100% digital included nation. So we actually worked with you and with partners to say, so if we're going to get to 100% digitally included nation, what should we do? So we came up with a 6-point action plan. Number one, let's have an ambition, let's have a target. Let's have a 100% target. Let's not settle for anything less. Number two, we need to motivate people. Those 11.9 million people who have never used the internet or are limited users, the 73% who say it's not for them, we have to motivate them, and this is a really big issue. Number three is skills. We need a hyper-local community-based action on digital skills, but just at a bigger scale. Number four, we need to engage employers. There are over 3.5 million people in this country who are in work, who have the very, very, very basic digital skills, and those employers have a responsibility to help them. And number five is access. So again, there are 2 million people in this country who can't afford broadband and the internet at home, 1 million children of school age who don't have access, and 6, very much looking to government to say you have to embed digital inclusion in social policy. We've been talking about health today, we've talked about employment, but digital inclusion is so relevant to social policy. So come the election, we were ready, yeah, we had a plan. But we thought, well, it's not good enough just to know what it is that we should do and how to do it, because we and the partners we work with, both at local and national level, are experts, but then we wanted to put some money against it. Good news, it's a spending election. Let's hope it's a spending government. So, 3-point plan, 3 simple messages for everybody running for Parliament. Digital inequality is holding us back as a nation, but we can fix this skills and inclusion gap together with partners in industry, government and communities. Let's bridge the digital divide for everyone. And the cost of that, now maybe I'll start with the benefit of that, is £21.9 billion net present value. So that means once you've taken the cost out of the equation, you're still going to have a benefit of 21.9 billion. And the cost to government is only 734 million. And that is for a 100% digitally included nation. And I definitely think that's cheap at half the price, or whatever the saying is. So we've been trailing this for a bit today. We're going to write a pamphlet to the next Prime Minister to tell him or her what you think that they should be focused on, or what questions you've got for them. So please do ask on Slido in the question section, what question do you want to ask the next Prime Minister? And it will appear on here. I'm just looking, is May still here? You actually did this, didn't you?
I did. I'm not sure I got a full answer.
No, rubbish answer. Great question, rubbish answer. So for those who don't know, May was on telly last Friday at the Leaders' Question Time in Sheffield, and asked Jeremy
It was
Corbyn, yeah, asked Jeremy Corbyn a brilliant question. You're investing in, you're saying everyone can have free broadband, but what about the people who can't use it?
Yeah.
But you asked it better than that, actually. And he didn't give a great answer. He basically said people in rural areas need faster broadband and old people need to learn how to use the internet, kind of thing, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, are there any questions coming up? Are there any questions on Slido? Has anyone put a question on? Will Wi-Fi be free for all? That's good. Is that you? Good question. What are you going to do to bridge the digital poverty gap? Fantastic question. Oh, how will they be able to complete the census in 2021? Well, we're hoping to help them with that, having just finished the rehearsal. Anything else? Any more for any more? Does anyone want to shout any out if the technology is letting you down? Okay, so the good news is that Good Things Foundation will ask them those questions, that we will definitely be seeking to meet the digital minister as soon as he or she is appointed. We definitely know... Oh. Shadow of what? Yeah. Shadow, yeah, obviously not in the government, yeah. As soon as we know who the ministers are, we will make sure that we will talk to them, and we will take them the reality of the communities that you live in, the reality of the people that you support, and ask them what are they going to do about it. Both Labour and the Conservative parties are saying that they're going to invest in broadband infrastructure, and we all know that's not enough, that we have to invest in skills. So, I know this is probably more interesting, but... So, and what am I going to say to the Prime Minister at number 10? I'm going to tell him or her, we must act now to close the skills and inclusion gap and combat digital inequality, because we know how to do it. We're in the communities where the people who need help are. We've already helped 3 million people, but it's not about the numbers, because it's about people like Kerry who gets out of debt and has a better life by being online. Thank you very much.